Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Man City against West Ham and another good goal or bad defending. West Ham are playing well. Honestly, they did well in this game. Not that I was drunk down the pub watching this game. I don't advocate for that, but yeah, maybe it's good fun if you do. But let's just have a look at how they've set up defensively from this free kick and what's going on. Now, I'm not a fan of this because there's a massive Man City conglomerate of morons hanging out on the back post. And all these guys, what are they doing? Nothing. Mahrez is known for taking free kicks for Man City, so that would be over here with his left foot coming into that sort of corner of the goal. No one here is going to score. So why have you got a wall? Don't know. Maybe the keeper's retarded. Not quite sure. But something's going on that we're not quite sure about. Yeah, maybe he's panicked. Yeah. So all of a sudden, that means that there's a conglomerate. Look at these guys. There's 4 people against 3 that are bulldozing their way across to try to receive this ball. And remember, you have to think of this one simple thing. If this is happening with this ball here, the defensive line is better off being deeper. Why? Because when the ball comes in, they can attack the ball and push it away from the goal mouth, right? The higher the line, or let's get rid of some of these lines, the higher the line, that means they can only defend and push the ball this way from this line. That's what's going to happen. If this guy plays in a ball in, it's Manchester City, and he beats your offside. But wait. By the way, where's the linesman? I'm just asking. Like that, he should be on the last defender. I don't even know where the linesman is. Like maybe he's taking the day off. Normally in the Premier League, yeah, he's probably taking the day off. So when that ball comes in, the only thing you're relying on is pretty much the offside trap because you're giving them this space to jump into. So as we watch, let's look what happens. Boomf. Like I said, it's a floated ball now. All of a sudden, all the defenders are useless because you've got that conglomerate of players, like I said, running to attack the ball towards this thing. I don't know if anybody knows what this thing's called. It's called the goal or the net box, as I like to call it. So he just gets to hit it in the net box for free because there's no one stopping him because it's a good flighted ball into an area where no player was. So, but he had the run from here to here with no defender stopping him. If any defender did stop him or break his run, it'd probably have been a penalty. But he can't because there's such a high line for no reason. Bad defending, but it's the Premier League. What do we expect? And he gets his little goal. Fantastic. Let's look at the next one and see what we find. No surprising on the next goal whatsoever. Someone here in their West Ham midfield has made a loose pass, and this little kiddie from Man City is nicked in and won the ball. All of a sudden, because they're unbalanced, look at it. There's a player over here, player there, player there. So the guy losing the ball, if this guy was over here, they would have been a bit more balanced when he lost the ball. But there's so many guys advanced to the ball here, they're in mad trouble. Remember, they're 1-0 down. So you can't really afford to do that. You're still in the game at 1-0. You can't really afford to have this many people forward. Or this idiot make a bad play, which he did. So all of a sudden, Man City on the counter. And guess what happens next? Man City on the counter. Have you seen this guy? His name's Erling Haaland. Now, this guy's got to fucking look at the ball. He's doing a good job doing that. He's looking at the ball. Give him some credit. His eyes are on the ball. This guy really can't do much because he's behind it. But this guy is a cheater and he's off to the races. He's already going. So this guy on the ball's got a couple of choices to make. He can take this player on 1v1 or thread his buddy in. And his buddy's Haaland. This guy, he scores goals. So basically, all he's looking for is to play it into the space, and he does. Off he goes. The linesman's in this shot. Amazingly, he showed up for this goal. There he is. Haaland does what he does, and he finishes and makes it 2-0. Easy goal. Actually, it's a good finish. I'll give him a good goal there. As much as I want to say bad defending, no, it's a good goal. It's bad midfield play. It's really terrible midfield play. Not really bad defending at all. Let's get on to the next goal and see what we can find. Here we are on the next goal. It's a corner. It's not what you think it is, though. It's not bad defending from the corner at all. Because if you look at what's going on in the box on this little freeze frame, you've got a good fight going on here, but you still have two Man City players here on their own. Everyone is pretty much taken care of. But if you remember, you know my little space I always talk about here, over here, in the D. If you want to defend or you want to score goals, that's where you need to stand, in this area. Over here on your own, ignore everybody else, do your thing. Generally, I'd say a striker or a good winger needs to stand over there because they're rubbish at defending. But look what happens. As the ball comes in, it bounces straight to that area I'm talking about. And there's a little kiddie here, Phil Foden, very technically gifted. Well, not gifted actually. It's trained. Yeah, I would say he's gifted. He's not. It's trained, and has a whack at the goal. Now, when he has a whack at the goal, to be honest, it takes a mad deflection, which the keeper can't deal with. But no one here is close enough to. Well, it's kind of weird. No one's close enough to stop the volley, but it does take a deflection. So it's kind of one of those things. If you're there to stop it, it's one of those goals that okay. I think it's going in anyway because it took a deflection, and that's just how it is. Bump, took a deflection, and it goes in the goal. Yeah. So, but I'd rather have a player there stopping him before he gets to strike it and taking him away from the opportunity to strike it. When he starts to strike it, someone was already in his face, stopping him to strike the ball.